If I can help somebody have a different or improved relationship with themselves, like that's a gift to me, like to be able to do that.
I really aspired to be a different kind of like typical Asian woman, and so I think that after that I was like, okay, I do want to get more tattoos, I want to look different, I don't want to be a stereotype, if that makes sense. My name is Sabrina Pham.
My name is Allie, and I am a tattooer. How I became a tattooer is actually like a really complicated story. I just kind of fell into it with this particular person who gave me a machine, showed me how to set it up to do a tattoo, and was like, here you go, practice on yourself.
What got me into tattooing? I had a friend who, me and her really liked tattoos already. She was just very encouraging, and she was like, hey, I know you like tattoos, I have an apprenticeship, you should just come in and see if the people like you. But it was very like relaxed, like very easy and serendipitous kind of experience where it fell into my lap, and then the rest was history.
I grew up in like a very homophobic environment in Arizona where everyone's super conservative and like super white, and like I grew up not thinking that tattooed people were sinners, but I also didn't think that gay people were sinners, but like everyone around me did. And as somebody who's gay, that was really difficult to grow up with.
I think people get tattoos just to express themselves. I think that when you get tattoos, you reclaim your own body and you're saying this is me, and you're not afraid of who you are anymore. Especially for people who get scar cover-ups, they may have had a traumatic experience where it was a lot of self-harm, and so when they get tattoos, they rewrite their story and they're like, I went through X, Y, and Z, however, this is my story and I've decided to change, and I've decided things are going to be better from here on.
I would say primarily tattoo queer and trans people, and being able to offer like a safe space for people to come in and like do something rather drastic to their body that will like make them feel good is really important to me. And I think especially for like queer, trans, gender non-conforming folks, it's like going through the world often being misgendered, or being able to come into a space where something that's such a big deal is going to happen. It's nice to be able to do that and not have to worry about that.
A lot of females, in my experience, have been turned away from tattooing just because it's not supposed to be a feminine art form. It's not really accepted for a lot of females to be in this industry. However, I think that women have as much potential to do whatever it is that they want, and they have as much potential to make their clients feel comfortable and loved and safe. But the tattoo industry has been specifically run by a lot of like male and white folks, which is fine. But it's cool to see more women of color come up and like do work in this field because it's different, it's new. And I think that's cool because my shop really promotes that. It's an all-female shop, it's queer, it's mostly POC, so it gives that safe space for people to be like, hey, I'm also creating art here and I'm gonna take up space.
Hi, my name is Ruth. I'm a student at Oakland Tech and I really like tattoos. I'm passionate about tattoos because it's a form of art. It's a story you can tell by having it with you instead of like a piece of paper that you're like, oh, here's a drawing, you know, you just be like, slap it on there and be like, this is it. In like the Bible, I guess, it says that like God made your body one certain way, and like he doesn't want you to mark it up. And I feel like your body is yours, just like a piece of paper is yours. You could do whatever you want to it. So you should be allowed to do whatever you want to yourself. Like, I believe people think that tattoos shouldn't be for people because the way they were created, it was for people with like bad records or something in the past. A lot of like people incarcerated had tattoos, and like people that had markings on their body would cover them. And there was a lot of people also that were like in the, like queer, and I believe people believe like your body's perfect, don't ruin it. Like I said, it's yours, you should do whatever you want. My aunt, she has tattoos of like this guy she used to date. During that time, she loved him and that's her way of saying, oh, he's mine, you know, and this and that. But now when I ask her about it, she regrets it, but not really, because she was like, he was part of my past and he was in my story. So that's my way of telling you guys my story. I think tattooing or in general relates to identity in a way of like showing yourself. So showing something on your skin is showing people that, oh yeah, this is me, this is my story, and this is my way of telling a story about me.